What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a tour of my fleet of trucks, which is something I haven't done in a while. And I know I've shown the Jeep on the channel and you've seen me use the trucks. I've done a tour of the Jeep, but you haven't really sat down in a while and just kind of went over the trucks and everything. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I get asked a lot, a lot of time to do a tour of the trucks and show the equipment and stuff that I use. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. So let's get to it. We are going to start with my Gladiator. This is a 2022 Gladiator Mojave. It's obviously been fairly upgraded. The Mojave is normally kind of like the kind of pre-runner Raptor version of the Jeeps. So obviously I've kind of went away from that because big tires and all that kind of stuff. One of the very first things I did to the Jeep after I got it, it was brand new bone stock. I put one of the Moto-Built frame chop bumpers on it, so the frame normally sticks out to like here. I chopped it, it's chopped back to here, and the bumper slides over it. It's got a 12,000 pound Badlands Apex winch. If you watched a few videos back, I had one of those winches not fail, but it broke on me. It's kind of weird. It ended up splitting on the motor side of the case right there, and I believe that was due to one of the gussets. It was hitting the winch. The winch was slid too far forward and it was putting weird pressure on the winch and it caused it to crack. So got that fixed, brand new winch put on it now. It's got 43-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Pro XS tires. These are the 43, I think they're 15 by 20s on slab ATX bead locks. It's one of my favorite wheels for Jeeps. It's on a I think that's a 4-inch lift. That's a I think from Super Lift. It's with a Mojave lift, so it retains the factory Fox shocks. So that way it has the nice shocks, but it retains but I get lift springs. The KC Gravity Pro 6 light bar, I get asked about that a lot whenever I'm working at night and everything. Of course, had it stickered and everything for the company. And this is one of the big parts about it that I get asked a lot, is about the bed, which is a custom steel flatbed, ARW off-road up in like Cypress area. He built it for his Jeep and ended up going with like the Moto-Built frame chop bumpers like back in the day whenever they first came out. So I ended up buying this bed off of him, which kind of a funny story. This bed, whenever I first started looking to get another Gladiator, I was just searching because I knew I wanted to build something, something like this, like a recovery rig. And I found a picture of his blue Jeep, which I'll try to put a picture of it here, with basically this exact setup on it. So after I got the Jeep and had it for a while, I messaged him about making me one, and he ended up selling me that exact bed. Ended up getting the wheels and tires and everything kind of the same, same setup he had. And kind of cool, I got to build the Jeep that made me want to buy another one of these. I've had a Gladiator before. I had a black one in 2020 when they first came out, and ended up selling it, traded it, got another Mustang. And once I got another one, I got this one. Of course, the toolbox is completely full of Yankum Ropes gear. Got a couple kinetic ropes, all my slings, soft shackles, my rubber boots, the recovery rings, shovels, all that kind of stuff is there. Everything Yankum Ropes. If y'all want any Yankum Ropes gear, use my link and discount code you can find in the comments and the description of all my videos, and get yourself some Yankum Ropes gear. These are wheel chocks that I made years ago for a different Jeep. They have chains. You've seen some of my videos. You see I hook it through a shackle and kind of hook the chain back to itself, and that goes under the tire, and it kind of holds the front end of the Jeep down while I'm winching, kind of anchors myself. Here the other day I fabricated this piece of angle to stop everything from sliding forward. Those wheel chocks there, those are the ones you see Casey the Dolly using in his channel. I got like those, how they have the teeth and stuff. So if I'm in a situation where I'd need a little bit more grip, I can stick them under the back tires or the vehicle that I'm towing if I need to hold it in place or whatever off-road, or if it's keeping it from sliding. I really like those wheel chocks. Still needs a little bit of finishing up on the bed. Supposed to be putting a bunch of the Phoenix T3 lights all over this thing. He was supposed to get them like all over it. You can see there's supposed to be more up there. I see that one's gone. There's supposed to be some down here. I don't know if there's any of those left on this side. Yeah, so there's supposed to be some there. There's supposed to be the fenders, light bar. There's supposed to be some in the grill, but I took that grill off and put the new style grill on it. And guys, I was gonna have install these, kind of stopped to warranty some. I had to warranty some lights out, and then a whole to do happened with that, and now that's not gonna get finished. So if anyone knows of like an upfitter or somebody that knows how to install these, I'm not wiring friendly when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, got all these different wires. I got the controller mounted in here. That's where the controller is going to be. So if anybody knows how to do that, or knows of an upfitter central to the, like, preferably close south or end of Houston area, Texas, leave me a comment below. I want to get that finished up so I can have all my lights on it. While we're here about the inside, another question I get a lot is the Jeep is standard. It's a 6-speed. Whenever I got this Jeep, that was one of the things that I had to have, and I ended up going all the way to Missouri to buy this Jeep because nobody down here had a standard, and this was during the, like, probably closer to the tail end of the new car shortage, where you just couldn't get new vehicles, and nobody down here had them. I would have had to have ordered one. I was trying to get it before my honeymoon, so I ended up going all the way to Missouri to get the same, because they had a white Mojave that was a standard. So that is my Jeep Gladiator. I probably missed some things that I was going to say, but you know, I think that kind of summarized most of it. So we're going to move on to the wrecker next. All right, so most of you already know kind of some of the history on this truck. This is Casey Liddell's old wrecker. It is a 1988 Ford F350. It's got the 7.3 IDI motor on the front here. It's got the little winch bumper with a Badlands winch. I added these on here the other day. I was supposed to be getting the light bar upgraded, but they were out of the light bars. And these lights, if you remember from like some of the older videos where I was still running a rollback, those the bed lights and stuff that flashed, I'm gonna be putting two of those on the front, and then replacing the work lights that are on the back, which are right there and down there. I'm gonna be putting those on here, so I'll have some extra flashy lights I can use if I need to. It's otherwise, you know, pretty much the same as when you used to see it on Casey's channel. Obviously I added the stickers and stuff because that is a requirement to run a tow truck in Texas. You have to have your TDLR license number, the name of the company, the name of the city and state that you're going to be working in, and then the phone number. Obviously I put my socials here, and I wanted to put the services and stuff that I offer there. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. It hasn't really changed too much since you saw Casey running it. Equipment wise, I have straps for the wheel lift and dollies on this side. Most of my recovery gear and stuff is on this side of the truck. So I have my Yankum rope. I think this is an 1.25 inch rope. All my slings, soft shackles, safety chains and stuff are down there. My in the ditch dollies are here. The axles are here in the tunnel box mount. That's pretty cool. Really enjoy having that. Obviously dollies are mounted up there, axles are in there. Here's all my soft shackles and slings and all that kind of stuff. I keep my Milwaukee tire inflator bungeed in right there. We gotta fill up any tires or anything. There's that, getting dollies there. Obviously there used to be a sling right there. I took that off because I have plans for the deck space. I'm planning on putting go jacks right here on either side, and then right here I'm planning on putting a floor jack mount. I've seen where there's like that in the ditch has a floor jack mount, so I'm planning on putting something like that right there possibly. I added shackles here so I could hook my winches to them. One of the things that I did was I put the newer style handles on the controls, so now they're color coded, similar to that of a newer truck. The blue handles do the do the boom. The gray handles do the wheel lift, and red and green is for the winches. Red is driver's side, green is passenger. So now I kind of have everything figured out and labeled. So now if I'm out doing a recovery or something, and you know I have somebody helping me or whatever, I can say, hey, grab the red handle and push it forward, or what, you know, whatever. If I need help winching or whatever, or need extra cable out or whatever this, you know, whatever it is, it's a lot easier to say grab the red handle as opposed to be like, hey, winch in, and then somebody sees all the same knob. And just kind of feel like that's a better setup. I put the dolly fenders, which you've seen some of my other videos. I got some of the in the ditch dolly fenders. When they sent me those dollies, I mounted them up here because there's really not many other places on the back of this record. I really wanted to put them behind the dollies, and had the dollies here, but with just the setup of the truck, because it's got this extra box here, that just wasn't going to work. And then on top of that, on this side, the spade for the wheel lift is right here. So yeah, that wasn't gonna work. So I ended up having to put them up there. You know, not where I really wanted them, but that's where they had to go. I didn't really have a choice. Over on this side, I've pretty much got all my chains here. Obviously my gloves, J-hooks, safety chains, extra recovery chains and stuff, snatch blocks are stored up in there. I've got some other chain snatch blocks down there. All of my ratchets, all that kind of stuff is there. Coming up to the front box, still got this little jack, which is why I want to put a bigger floor jack back there. Or possibly I thought about sticking it on the other side and moving that kinetic rope over here if there was enough room, if I could maneuver some stuff around. We'll see about that. Up here I've got just some normal snatch blocks and shackles and my Yankum tow point and receiver adapters and that kind of thing. So that's what all that is. And then coming to the inside, excuse me, coming to the inside here, this truck is also a standard. It's 5-speed, which you probably know that from watching Casey's channel and stuff. Again, otherwise pretty much the same as you've seen on his channel and everything on mine. One of the only changes that I really made to this truck is I widened the wheel lift. Normally, like whenever I first got it, just a little bit wider than this was as wide as the wheel lift would go. The wheel lift used to go all the way into here. Now this is as narrow as it goes. I had it widened so much that this is as narrow as it can go, because I think it goes down to 70 inches and the average width of like a normal size car is 68 inches. So if you have like a Honda Civic or something like that, the tires will go into about, you know, here somewhere, and that's just about perfect really. But it can also go out to, I think it was like 99 inches or something like that, overall width, which is perfect because like my Jeep really is a lot wider than just about any other single-wheeled vehicle, and most stock width dualies. So I could wheel lift my Jeep if needed, which is a big reason why I wanted that. Plus, the first couple times that I used this truck in business, you know, for myself, I was having trouble wheel lifting normal full-size half-ton trucks if they had wheels or something on them. So made that change, but that's, other than the dollies, that's really all I've really done to this truck. It's otherwise pretty much the same. All right, another question I get asked a lot is whether or not I still have the Deuce 1/2, and the answer is yes. The Deuce 1/2 is still here. I haven't really done anything else to it. I've done some mechanical work to it to make it start and run and everything a lot better. All of that is pretty much done. I just, with starting the company and up and everything, I just haven't had the time to work on it and do what I want to do to it. So it's still here. I still have it. Have been contemplating selling it. So if anybody would be interested in a 1973 bobbed Deuce 1/2 off-road wrecker type thing, I have it for sale. Email me with the email at the down in the description. It's towtruckdustin@gmail.com. We can talk about it. Obviously it is somewhat of a project. Got some rust, needs a top, some windshields and stuff like that. Just put brand new batteries in it. Full hydraulic. That's that Miller sling unit with somebody custom built a wheel lift on it. I planned on doing some changes to that. If I keep it, I'll still be doing that. It's on 53-inch tires. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's got the normal 2 winches on the boom, and then somebody added another one up there. I planned on probably taking that one off because there's really no reason, and it's just kind of whoever did this had the right idea. They did the fabrication great. Like, that's all homemade, and they made it look pretty good, like a normal kind of self-loaders type design. But whoever did it, it's not a welder. Maybe how well you can see like how they attach that sheave head. They just kind of cobbled together and kind of popcorn welded it. I'm sure it would work, but I question how strong that would actually be. Kind of the same thing on this winch. It's just kind of sitting there. So I would end up changing those few things, but again, it's possibly for sale. So if you're interested, shoot me an email, we can talk about it. Probably noticed the pile of junk sitting here behind it, which this is just a pallet that I kind of threw some engine parts on. I need to haul this stuff off, or find somebody to haul that stuff off, because those are all parts off of a blown up Coyote motor that I bought for my 2011 Coyote Mustang. See the engine block and everything over there. It is a big single turbo Coyote Mustang. It was built by Midnight Performance in Katy, which, if you know anything about Mustangs, Midnight Performance builds some of the fastest Coyote cars in the country. This was an older build of his, so it's not up to current standards, but back in the day, this was like the build to have. Don't mind the battery tender, because it just kind of sits here in the garage most of the time. It's got bumper exit exhaust. It's on Weld Laguna wheels, beadlocks in the rear, Mickey Thompson tires. Super clean car inside and out. I had this one for sale for a little while too, but I've taken it down. And I mean, if somebody still wanted to buy it, they could buy it, but it's not really for sale. Never mind the pile of junk behind the car. Parachute, drag wing. Those are the go jacks I'm going to put on the back of the wrecker. Just haven't gotten around to doing that. This is the motor that I bought. I bought this Coyote motor off of Amazon, off of Marketplace, sight unseen. It was $600, which, anybody knows anything about Coyote motors, they're normally way more than that. This is a Gen 2 motor, so I mostly got it for the heads. Even though the short block and stuff was good, I was going to build the short block, but it's let me find a flashlight here. You look, number 7 ain't there no more. It hurt the sleeves pretty bad, so that's that kind of sucks. But the heads are good. I can save the heads. Came with this really nice, I think it's Moroso oil pan. So if anybody wants a Gen 2 Coyote core, I have one. Come and get it, along with all the crap over there on that pallet. Obviously, I'm building a motor to put in this car, so this car should be turned up fairly soon, so I can actually go out and start racing this thing. And I like going out and grudge racing and class racing and stuff like that, so stay tuned for that. If you like racing content, I'll be posting some of that soon. The last race I was supposed to go to got canceled because of rain. Have another couple races coming up soon that we'll be taking that out to, hopefully. So I think that pretty much does it as far as like the fleet tour. The only other questions I get a whole lot lately, which I don't get a whole lot of time to just kind of sit down and answer a bunch of comments and stuff. So trying to answer a bunch of questions here, so sorry if I jump around a lot on this. Only other question I get a lot is like what kind of cameras I film with, like what kind of body cam do I use and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to kind of show y'all a brief overview of my camera setup while I was out here filming this video. So this is the case that I carry my cameras in. the normal camera that I'm filming videos with is this Insta360 Go 3 or Go Ultra, not the Go 3. I do have a Go 3 also. It's pretty cool because this, take this out of here. So this camera, it looks like a normal action camera, right? So you can actually pull the actual camera out of the case. So here's the camera case, and this is just the camera itself. Obviously, this is the size of a normal Insta360, and this is the size of just it. So I can take and put just this on my chest. I don't have to have a heavy camera hanging from me, which is what I normally do. I would have just a full-size Ace Pro 2, which is this camera here. This is what I normally stick on the back of the trucks to do my filming. Obviously, way smaller camera. So this has been a big game changer as far as how I do my filming and stuff. Really allows me to be a lot more comfortable whenever I'm shooting. Makes me want to put the camera on more. So that's pretty nice. Plus, this the case, when the camera is out of it, is a remote. I can remotely view what the camera is doing and that kind of stuff. So that's really nice. Obviously, saw my this is the Insta360 X5. This is the latest one. This one has like the night mode and all that kind of stuff, so I upgraded to that. I used to use the X4s whenever I was doing a lot of filming before. There's that Ace Pro 2 you just saw. Again, that's the one that normally goes on the back of the Jeep, and I have another camera mount up there that I stick. That's what you see. That's what the camera you look at whenever I'm backing up to stuff. Same thing when I'm doing recoveries and stuff, doing like kinetic ropes. Generally have that up there. Under the foam, I have a couple more Ace Pro 2s. Got a magnetic mount so I can stick them here or on somebody else's car, and that kind of thing. So that way I can have some other camera angles, or keep all my tripods, spare batteries, that kind of stuff down below it. It's kind of a pain in the butt to pull it all out, so I'm not going to do all that right now. Also got my Insta360 mic right there. There's the remote I use to control this camera when it's on the back, so I don't have to jump up there every time. So yeah, that's kind of the camera setup that I use. I get a bunch of questions on what kind of body cam I use. I've changed quite a bit over time. I used to use all GoPro cameras, went away from them, went to Insta360, mostly because of they have better quality as far as the footage and stuff. I have night mode because I do a lot of day and nighttime filming because I never know when the phone's gonna ring. Nothing I do is really scheduled or planned. It's all 100% real. If you saw me do it, it's because somebody called and said, this is the problem I'm having and I need you to come and fix it. And that's just kind of how the industry goes, unfortunately. You're kind of hard for content creators, you know, in this side of the industry, because we don't get to plan just a whole lot other than videos like this, where I'm just kind of sitting here talking to you guys, showing you my trucks. Like this one, you know, is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, just haven't taken the time to do it. Otherwise, I can't plan or schedule anything because I never know when or what's going to come up. So anyways, I think that's enough rambling. That's the tour of the trucks and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing my rigs and the equipment and stuff that I use. I think really the only thing I didn't really touch base on, another question I get a lot, is what kind of scanner do I use? I use the Unication G4 for my scanners. Haven't really been carrying it in the truck with me. I have the mounts and stuff, I just haven't. I need to wire in a plug for powering it up, be able to charge it while I'm using it. So that's all more coming soon, especially once I get to where I'm running wrecks and police calls and that kind of thing again, which will be coming soon. I get a bunch of questions like, am I still doing repo? Am I still going to be running wrecks and that kind of thing. And yes, I will. Just got to get all those ends of the businesses set and everything like that. So that's coming soon. Stay tuned for that. I also wanted to mention, if you liked this kind of video where I'm just kind of talking, business calls, hang on. All right, I'm back. Had somebody call in to schedule a tow for later. So, anyways, what I was saying is, if you enjoyed videos like this where I'm just kind of talking and kind of more of a vlogging kind of a style of thing, let me know in the comments. I'd really like to be able to do more of this kind of stuff. Also plan on doing some more live, kind of live streams and that kind of thing, podcasts, that kind of stuff. I'm teaming up with the Legal Hookers podcast and stuff like that. I want to start doing more of that kind of thing. So if you like that kind of content, drop me a comment, let me know, and I'll try to do some more of that. So again, enough rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.